Hi guys, Susan here. Welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. I have all kinds of videos, different subject matter. Have a look around the channel and I'm sure there's something that'll strike your fancy. And if so, please consider subscribing and hit that bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. It helps my channel grow and I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. Thank you. Today my video is on a book review on Mary Higgins Clark, My Gal Sunday. Now I have a lot in my to be read pile, a lot, including 3 more Mary Higgins Clark books. I have Silent Night, which is a Christmassy one, which I don't want to read right now. We're just coming into spring tomorrow, actually, here in Canada. I also have Before I Say Goodbye, and I have The Second Time Around. All of these are Mary Higgins Clark. Now, today's book review is My Gal Sunday. And this is the introductory book to her stories featuring her new husband and wife team of sleuths. I found it really interesting when I read the acknowledgments in the front, how she came up with a My Gal Sunday. I'll read just a bit here for you so you get the drift of where she came with that. She says, as a child I had frequent attacks of asthma. The reward of a night of gasping for breath was that in the morning, when the attack eased, I'd be propped up in bed with books and a radio. At regular intervals, I'd tune in to a number of radio dramas, those great old continuing sagas which invited me to share glamorous adventures. My favorite by far was Our Gal Sunday. The pitch for it went something like this. The story that asked the question, can a girl from a mining town in the West find happiness as the wife of England's richest, most handsome Lord Henry Brinthorpe? I had a huge crush on Lord Henry and thought he and Sunday were a perfect couple. Yes, she could find happiness with him. Who couldn't, for heaven's sake? That's why when I wanted to create a new husband and wife suspense team, I thought about Lord Henry and Sunday, and asked myself, suppose Henry is a former American president, smart, nice, rich, and gorgeous. Suppose Sunday is a stunning, savvy young congresswoman. These stories are the result, and I hope you enjoy them. That is the premise for this book. Okay? A former U.S. president and a young congresswoman. She is actually 17 years his junior. And that gives a really great setup for their adventures to come. Sadly though, whatever books are out there for Mary Higgins Clark are all that there are. She passed away January 31st, 2020 at the age of 92. So there will be no new books from her. So I would highly recommend you get your hands on any Mary Higgins Clarks you can find in thrift stores, in yard sales, anywhere you can find books. You can, of course, still get them at libraries to borrow them. My Gal Sunday was published in 1996 by Simon Schuster, and it's 244 pages long. So it is a fairly quick read, depending on your reading speed and your time to read, actually. But I found it a page turner. I couldn't wait to get back to reading it. I generally read before sleeping at night, and I get as many pages in as I can before my eyes start to close and I have to put the book down. Other than that, it's long car trips, etc. or waiting in certain places. Now, to the book review. My Gal Sunday is, as I said, it's a page turner. I don't like doing spoiler book reviews. If you haven't read this, I don't want to ruin it for you. I'd rather you read it as the author would have you read it, rather than learning ahead of time what's happening. Suffice it to say, that is a very neat dynamic between an ex-president and a current congresswoman who is 17 years his junior. Through her descriptions of the characters, of the backgrounds and situations, you find out how the richer half lives, because even as an ex-president, there are guards and security and things, logistics we don't think of, but that they must, because they've been in the public eye. And of course, as I said, she is a congresswoman currently, so there are security provisions for them, which complicates matters in some ways and helps matters in other ways. I found the situations they were in this book very compelling, that made me want to turn the page and learn more, and how did that turn out, and are they okay, and you know, things like that. And when I read books like this, mysteries and suspense, I like to try and figure it out ahead of them telling me. And there was a twist at the end of this one that I did not expect, so I did not figure it out, but that was half the fun. This particular book involves the ex-president and his, former Secretary of State is indicted for the murder of his mistress. I'm reading from the front cover. I'm not giving anything away that you wouldn't see anyway when perusing this book to decide whether to pick it up or not. So, anyway, that is the main draw of this book. We have to figure out whether his former Secretary of State actually did murder his mistress or not. And I'll tell you, it kept me in suspense for the majority of the book, and I got to really appreciate the characters. I got to really like the ex-president, who came across as very caring. When it came to his wife, Sunday, that was her nickname. Her real name was Sandy or Sandra. And he was not full of himself at all. He is a very down-to-earth person. And so is she. She really cares about things and about people, and people in danger, people that he knows, like his former Secretary of State, meant a lot to the ex-president. So, of course, Sunday wants to come to his aid and help him figure it out. And go from there. So whatever they came up to, they said they would be there for him, you know, whatever. And I found that really, really endearing, to be honest. I thought for sure, with the wealth and the extravagance of that status of an office, etc., that people tend to be rather shallow and driven more by money. But these people, the ex-president and his wife, his new wife, are very, very down-to-earth people. And I found that great to come across that. Kind of busted a stereotype there for me. The story itself was interesting, with a lot of twists and turns and a lot of things that looked bad on the surface, and then when things came to light, it was like, oh, okay, now I understand how that would have worked. So I'm not going to tell you whether he actually was guilty of murdering his mistress or not. As I said, no spoilers, but it is worth picking up. It is a really good read, and as I said, with 244 pages, it's a fairly quick read. So if you are into mysteries and suspense, please consider picking up a Mary Higgins Clark like this one. I would give it, out of 5 stars, I would give this one 4.5. It's pretty awesome. So there you have it, my spoiler-free review of My Gal Sunday by Mary Higgins Clark. And stay tuned for more book reviews. When I can get to more Mary Higgins Clark, I will. As I said, the book to be read are getting taller and taller. So as I come across them, I will be doing more of these books for her. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.